Wary observations, righteous discussions, unite people. It's the Word Up Podcast. I'm your host, OMNIETC, etc. Listen, we're about to get into the nature of competition. Let's jump on in. Listen, hit the subscribe, notification bell, thumbs up on the like button. Everybody that is just now coming in or is just now being aware or just now getting the notification, I apologize. YouTube flipped it on me. That's something I'm going to have to be more aware of going forward. But they flipped it. They flipped how I go live, how I start the live. So I'd actually been doing the show. But it's nothing to do the show again and to start over again. Listen, we're talking about the nature of competition. It's perhaps one of my more favorite topics, simply because I believe, this is my belief, that competition is just a natural part of life. You can have two responses to it. You can embrace it, you can accept it, embrace it, and get on with it, or you can choose to shy away from it and receive those results. That's what my thought process is. So, and we go, hold on 1 second. I'm gonna go off screen real quick, handle this lighting issue, but you can still hear me talking everything. So, and I'll just be right back. So, when we're talking about the nature of competition, and when we're talking about the nature of competition, and we're talking about it being a part of life, I mean, in the animal kingdom, most things eat other things, whether that be a plant, whether that be another animal. And that's how life is sustained. It's natural in nature. And I'm back. All right. It's natural in nature. It's a natural part of life. It's just what has to happen, right? In order for something to live, something else's existence must end to continue for that one organism to live. And that's what life has done up until this point. Now, listen, I don't know what's going to happen once we start to introduce cybernetics. We're already doing so. I don't know what that looks like, if we're going to meet a Terminator. You know what I'm saying? If it's going to be Terminator 2, Judgment Day, Skynet taking over, I can't tell you that. Because we're in an age of where we do actually have AI that can do a lot of things to support human existence. But I'm just saying, if you're a flesh and bone being, if you're an organic organism, chances are either you feed on something to survive or you are the food. And this is the nature of competition. This week's example of competition specifically is brought to us by the culture of hip hop. Love it. Unfortunately, it's two women. Of course, I'm talking about Meg Thee Stallion and Nicki Minaj. And I don't know where this came from. I don't know what it was about. I don't know what caused Meg to say something about Nicki. I know why Nicki clapped back. And we're going to break down the clapbacks. We're not going to actually play the music. We're not going to play the music. We may look at some lyrics, but we're not going to play the music. Okay? And we're going to judge. Because I think, this is what I think. I think two things. I think Nicki was smart for putting out an a cappella version. I think that was very smart on her part. And I think she did so knowing that she needed somebody else's production on it, because whoever the producer was didn't do it justice. I think, yeah, I believe that Nicki probably recorded a cappella, sent some shit over to the producer / engineer to assemble and arrange it, and that's how that came about. And I think they did a subpar job. You know what I'm saying? And I can say that because I'm one that praises the engineer and the producers on the work more so than artists nowadays. Because I understand what engineers go through in the studio. I understand what producers go through in the studio. So having that perspective, I understand when I'm listening to certain records what sounds, organic, and then I'm listening to what sounds like, I'm saying, okay, the artist wasn't even halfway awake doing this record, but the producer and the engineer, and if that happens to be the same person, that's a winning combination. The producer and the engineer did this, that, and the third, set a certain delay, side-chained it, all of these different techniques, right? And it made the record what it is. The editing process of the vocals made the record what it is, not actually the energy of the artist. And I think this is the style from when I hear what Nicki did. I think that's the style that she chose to do, was just record some stuff and then actually have the beat playing. Because I don't know, the beat just doesn't do the song justice. And I think that was a turning point that would turn a lot of people away from the record to begin with. Because Meg Thee Stallion is her joint. The main thing that I like about it is just the beat. But I'm a lyrics guy, so I don't necessarily need the beat to be jumping in order to hear the lyrics. You know what I'm saying? And break down the lyrics. I think Nicki Minaj had better lyrics than Megan. I also think it kind of hurt Megan lyrically to be shooting at random people. Like, Nicki Minaj is in effect the queen of hip hop, and she has been for a while. She is the queen of hip hop. There's a lot of other girls that come up, but Nicki Minaj, you gotta give it to her. She's the queen of hip hop for the moment. And if you're going to come at the crown, you don't need to send out strays. You need to be very intentional. Now, also in the lyrics, there's people talking about, oh, Nicki went too far. If you see battle rap, and you see like battle rap is the culture, like battle rap is probably the most authentic form of hip hop right now. Well, I'm gonna say it's more authentic than the music gets. It's more, when I say it's more raw, than a lot of the music and the musicians that we hear from nowadays. So, when we talk about competition, especially competition in hip hop, what needs to be understood is that it's no holds barred. Literally anything is at play. And that's one of the reasons why I like it, because it's verbal, Nobody actually gets hurt. But that level of savagery, and I hate using that word because of the person in the example of the mentality that we're breaking down. You know, Meg said that she was a savage, so. But the savagery is a no holds barred thing. Anything. All's fair in love and war. And the fact that it's battle rap means that you can go to war with words. Like, you can say whatever. Nothing is off limits. And conversely, nobody has to die as a result. That's the beautiful part about it. So you can go there, but you don't have to kill anybody. Excuse me, unalive. I just dinged my own platform. And that's the beautiful part about it. That's the beauty. That's the beauty. You don't have to get violent, threaten someone's life, threaten someone's existence, the whole way of thinking. I mean, not the whole way of thinking, the whole way of living. You can part ways and both people can live. But you can be as brutal and as vicious as you need to be. You know what I'm saying? So they said that Nicki Minaj went too far speaking on her mother. And I understand, God bless the dead, let them rest, don't speak ill of the dead. But I challenge that Nicki wasn't even speaking ill of the dead. She was speaking ill of Megan lying on her deceased mother. And that's, look, that's the culture that I can't, there's certain, like I love my people, but there's certain aspects of the culture I just choose to divest from. You know what I'm saying? Everybody putting everything on their mama. They put it on mama, they put it on God. Can't, you know what I'm saying? I know dudes that put everything on their mama. I know of dudes. I'm not personally affiliated with it. But I know dudes that put everything on their mama. Turn around, can't put nothing on rent. Butterfly Jones, what's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Salute. Salute. We back. We're talking about the nature of competition today. So, you know what I'm saying? I divest from certain aspects of the culture because for a generation that invented the term cap, there's a lot of capping. There's a lot of capping going on. You know what I'm saying? Don't know who to believe. Don't care to know who to believe. I just soak up the game and I move accordingly. That's what I'm on. That's what I'm on. It's truly what I'm on. So if you catch me moving different, it's probably because I learned something different. That's it. There is nothing else. Just knowledge and action. That's it for me. So I don't like the fact that two women are going at each other because, as Kendrick Lamar said, and we cry together on, what was it? And the big, Mr. Moore and the Big Steppers? Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, that's what it was. You know what I'm saying? Women just can't seem to get along. And I don't understand that. As a matter of fact, it seemed like Nicki and Meg at one point in time were getting along. And I don't understand what it is now. Is Nicki threatened by Megan's position and popularity? Because I'm on Genius right now. I'm on Genius. I got the lyrics. I got the lyrics. And it looks like from the Genius analytics, okay, I could tell you right now that more people are searching for the lyrics to Hiss than more people are searching to the lyrics of Bigfoot. Now, there's some factors in play with this. There's some factors at play. Nicki put out an acapella version. I don't believe Megan did. I didn't see one. And since Nicki put out an acapella version, you could clearly click on that one and clearly hear every word, thus not really needing to look up the lyrics because you heard it crystal clear without the backdrop of music. Megan, you would probably be more inclined to because her production was even, like I said, her production was better. Megan's production was better than the production that, Bigfoot had. Hiss had better production behind it, had a better musical backdrop. And with that said, I think that was the fatal flaw. Because when I'm looking at these lyrics, Nicki is at this poor girl's neck. I'm sorry. When I look at these lyrics, Nicki is at this girl's neck. Megan has probably 1 or 2 bars that are hard hitting. She probably has 1 or 2 bars that are hard hitting. Of course, the Megan's Law, and then there's another one. But let me see. Hold on. Which one did I put it on? I need to remember which one I put this on because I got a different view. I'll pop open the preview. So, yeah, it was that one. So we about to head into administrator mode real quick so we can see this. But no. Let's head on over. All right. So these are the lyrics. All right. Now, they both had their intro, but you don't get points for that. At least not over here. You do not get points for the intro over here. All right? Because that's just you talking shit before you say the things that we want to hear. You do not get points for the intro. Oof. Understand. Oof. So, let's start with the verses. Nicki is the left, Megan is the right. I don't know if you see it up here. That's why I didn't type it up there. But pink side, Nicki, green side, Megan. All right, let's lock in. This little begging whore talking about Megan's Law. For a free beat, you could hit Megan Raw. For a free beat, all right? Beat in some parts of the country is also referred to as fucking. So for a free fuck. Also for a free beat, if you give them free instrumentals, she'll let you hit. Simple to understand. If you a ghostwriter, party and Megan Jaw. All right, so now, shots thrown. Okay, that's the whole motif. Shots thrown, but I still ain't let Megan score. All right, so she has a whole motif that she did. A whole motif. Listen to me. A whole motif. This little begging whore. So, for a free beat, You could hit Megan Raw. Ghost Rider Party and Megan Jaw. Meaning she'll give you head if you write the lyrics for her as well. Shots thrown, but I ain't even let Megan score. So she shots thrown, but she ain't letting Megan score. That's also a part of the motif because scoring is also referred to, is a word to refer to sex. So she ain't let Megan score. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't about to come over here and violate me, basically, is what Nicki Minaj is on. Now over here, I feel like Mariah Carey. This is Meg Thee Stallion now in green. I feel like Mariah Carey got these niggas so obsessed. My pussy so famous. Might get managed by Kris Jenner next. He can't move on. Can't let it go. He hooked, nose full of that Tina Snow. And since niggas need Megan help to make money, bitch, come be my hoe. What? So we're this far in. There's a reason why I'm reading it like this, right? We're this far in because I'm trying to make sense. I'm trying to find where Nicki is in any of this. And it's nowhere to be found. Like, you have to go so far down in order to even get to a bar about Nicki. Like, I don't even understand. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even understand. And hold up. It's missing some lyrics that I think about it. It's missing some lyrics. So, I don't know. It's all the way, damn. It's all the way down here. So the first line about Nicki was this one, all right? We're not reading all of these lyrics because it's too much. Nicki went in. This is all you need to know. Nicki went, these hoes don't be mad at Megan. These hoes be mad at Megan's law. And that was a shot against Nicki Minaj's husband. So really, what do we have here? What do we have? Like, this isn't even a fair match to me. I don't believe. I don't believe this is a fair match. I don't believe in any way, shape, or form. I don't believe in any way, shape, or form that Megan is in league with Nicki. Nicki did her thing, but again, the problem is the production. But aside from that, the reason why this is happening, I believe, and I could be wrong. I'm open to the possibility I'm wrong. It's deeper than he said, she said, and your basic drama. You know, Meg wants that spot. She wants that position. That's why you come at the crown. But if you come at the crown, you got to come precise. You got to come intentional. You got to come, you know what I'm saying? You got to come like you actually want it. And everybody's hyping up Megan, but that was so light. And I feel for Nicki because that production was so trash. that beat for the things that Nicki was saying was so weak. Also, I don't think it helped Nicki at the end that she I don't think it helped Nicki at the end that she like talked through half of the record at the end. She might be on coke. Everybody's talking about her being on coke. But the mentality of these two women is, because they've actually worked on music together, they have collaborated. But at the end of the day, the person that you collaborate with, you may have to go against. For the things that you want, for the stuff that you're trying to accomplish. Um, Now, I'd say that Nicki co-signed Megan early in her career, which helped her career. So for her to come at Nicki, I don't understand that. And I'm just talking from a business music perspective. I don't know if they fought behind the scenes. Like I said, I don't follow celebrity gossip news like that. So this came out of left field for me. Let me know what happened, please. Let me know what happened. But from a competition standpoint, this was bound to happen. Also, Nicki has problems with, we know Nicki has problems with Cardi B. Now, there's something to be said. There's something to be said that the one song Nicki and Megan are on together didn't do so well as the one song Megan and Cardi have together. And I think this is something else that Nicki is suffering from. It's like the nature of power doesn't want to give itself up. So with Nicki being the queen, she doesn't, like, Lil Wayne knew that at some point he was going to have to sign some other people, put them beneath him. That's why he carried Young Money on his back by himself. He had T Streets, he had Gutta Gutta, he had, Mac Mane, but until he got a Drake and a Nicki Minaj on his hands. You know what I'm saying? Young Money was at best. Let's be honest. Young Money was but Wayne did his thing. And I'm not going to act like those dudes that I just named didn't have solid work. I'm just saying people didn't want to hear from him as much as they wanted to hear from a Drake or a Nicki Minaj. That was it. And so when those two blew up to superstardom, you know what I'm saying, Wayne was rightfully credited with that because he signed them. And that's what's up. Nicki, who has Nicki signed or put on in that fashion? Drake Ben had OVO. Drake was doing the OVO, had The Weeknd over there, had Party Next Door over there. Like Drake was signing people. Drake was getting on his mogul-ish. You know what I'm saying? But Nicki, we haven't seen that. We haven't seen her uplift a young MC, a femc coming up. You know what I'm saying? She got a few of them. She could sign Scar Lip. She could have picked up Scar Lip from New York. Tierra Whack. You know what I'm saying? Different type of style, different type of sounds, type of flavor. So I will say that Nicki is looking pretty, you know what I'm saying? She's fighting the regime change. It seems like she's fighting the regime change, the changing of the guard, if you will. Because she's falling out with two of the newest female artists in the game. She fell out with Cardi. She falling out with Megan. I don't understand why that is, but I think it's something on Nicki Minaj's end. And I think this is reminiscent of the same thing happening with her and Lil' Kim. Or did we forget about that? I think Nicki has always been hyper competitive. I believe Nicki Minaj is hyper competitive. Even amongst, people that she's connected with, she still looks at them as competition. The people that she does business with, she still looks at them with competition. But that's supposed to be left in the studio and the studio alone. You can't bring it all the way. But this is your bread and butter and this is how you make your money. I guess you feel as though they're attacking your family personally by taking you out of that position. It's very interesting dynamics at play. Very interesting dynamics at play. And Nicki Minaj is playing into them. But I think she's suffering from that which Lil Wayne has suffered from. But Lil Wayne knew to put some other people in place like Nicki and like Drake. So he doesn't come off that way, even though he too is a hyper-competitive individual. You don't get on a record saying I'm the best rapper alive. You know what I'm saying? As, you know what I'm saying, I call it the sleeper single. You know what I'm saying? Best rapper alive on the Carter 2. It's like the sleeper single. We was all playing that in high school. He never had a music video for it, but we was all playing it in high school. You know what I'm saying? That was the one where you just knew Wayne was coming if he wasn't there already. So Nicki is so competitive that anybody she works with, she gets competitive with, and there's problems that ensue as a result of it. However, you know, she can't seem to function and leave that strictly in the studio. I think she takes that with her everywhere because she made it her life. And it's hard for an individual that made this their life, their livelihood, the bread and butter, the way that their family eats, to leave it alone and leave it. It's a phrase in business called leave work at work. She can't leave work at work because she's likely always working. You know what I'm saying? Just like how they had Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne was in the studio 24/7. Bun B told Baby, look, if we gonna have him do this, he needs to be put in a position where he feels uncomfortable or having to go outside of the studio for anything. I think Nicki adopted that work ethic, and because of that, she adopted the tendency of, you know what I'm saying, taking work with her whenever she wasn't in the studio. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. It's very, like, with multiple cases, when multiple cases come out, looks very sketchy that you have problems with so many people, that you have problems with this one and that one. Also, I'm not saying that Megan is a good person, because there's recently been leaked a phone call of a discussion of a video that clearly shows the girl that had immunity in the situation, Kelsey. She was the one that actually shot Megan. So, who's to say? But the nature of competition, especially when you're headed for a high position where only one person really exists and dominates it, when you're going for that spot, you shouldn't let anyone or anything interfere with that. No remorse, no regard. Just move through and move to what it is that you want. May the best person win. You know what I'm saying? And the thing that's a lot more civilized in today's society than it is out in the animal kingdom is that, you know what I'm saying, both of y'all get to live another day above ground. Wary observations, righteous discussions unite people. It's the Word Up Podcast. I've been your host, OMNI, ETC, Omni, etc. Let me know what you think down in the discussion. Replay gang, get with me. Love you guys. I got to go. I got a meeting here shortly, so I got to cut this short. But if there's an addendum to be made based upon the situation and scenarios surrounding this, I'm going to make some addendums. Y'all can catch that on the IG, Word Up Podcast on IG, or you could catch me anywhere up here. Salute to you all. Peace, and I'm out.